Christopher, the cute new boy at school, asks Jillian on a date on Valentine's Day. He brings her to a cemetery to show her something. Will it be love at first sight? Or something far darker? Do you always bring dates to cemeteries? Jillian wondered if this were some kind of prank. It's not exactly, normal, is it? Christopher looked at her with his dark, confident eyes. The eyes that had thrilled her when he had first talked to her at the high school. The first day he had smiled at her, and the new kid at the high school. The boy who had appeared mysteriously one day, whose swarthy good looks and bad boy leather jacket and 1950s-style pompadour hairstyle. He made all the girls swoon. He was just so out of style and old-fashioned, but so confident. It might seem a little different. His black leather jacket subtly scrunched a little as he turned to look at her. But isn't it peaceful and beautiful out here at night? Away from town, all these trees, the rolling field, the perfect grass. And look at those tombs. They're all marble and sculpted like works of art. Jillian looked out the window into the night at the moonlit cemetery. The gentle lift and fall of the landscape and the dark green pine forest surrounding it were beautiful. It was true. The tombs themselves were ornate, built for the little town's wealthiest families long ago. And if they had been statues in Europe, they would have been breathtaking. There were swirls and flourishes and sculptures of angels, but she just couldn't get over the fact that they were full of decomposing bodies. I guess it's beautiful, but isn't it, a little scary? It's full of dead bodies. Dead bodies are just people like you and me who died. Why be scared of them? They're just, if they stay in the ground, then it's just kind of gross thinking of them rotting down there. But haven't you seen any horror movies? What if they come back from the dead? He threw his head back and laughed, that charming voice and smile ringing out in pure delight. Forget the dead. You've got a lot of living to do, girl. And while I'm on the topic of living life, I got something to ask you. Wait. She brushed her hair back behind her ear. I asked first, do you always bring dates to cemeteries? Only you, baby. Only you. Now it's my turn to ask. Jillian, will you be my Valentine? He reached into the back seat of his car and retrieved a heart-shaped box of chocolates and a dozen red roses. Yes, I'm thrilled to be your Valentine. Did this mean they were dating? The other girls at school would be so jealous. She was no cheerleader, no beauty queen, no goth princess, no rich girl, none of the things that the boys seemed to like. He flashed a dashing grin and leaned over to put his arm around her. She smelled a musky cologne, something mature and masculine and old-fashioned that smelled so European and fancy, and not anything that any boy from her small town would ever wear. He sweetly kissed her cheek, and she blushed. Why did you ask me out? When you started at school, every girl was into you. You could have had your pick. Why me? A strand of her hair fell onto her face, and he gently brushed it back. Outside the car, a lone whippoorwill called out its sad song as if the bleakly beautiful cemetery were the only world it really knew. Jillian's thoughts quickly flashed to all the people buried beneath them, around them. Who had they been? What lives had they lived? How many of them had also been with a cute boy who'd asked them to be his Valentine? How had they died? Why you? The very first time I walked into that class, I saw it in your eyes. You got something in those eyes, baby, that no other girl's got. Her plain brown eyes? But Charlotte's the head cheerleader. She's got beautiful green eyes. Why not her? Well, I'm not talking about the color, baby. No, it's what's deep in there. What's behind the color. I saw it in your eyes first thing. His words were both enchanting and slightly unsettling. What did you see in my eyes? Eternity. I saw eternity in your eyes. I saw the deepness of a soul weary of this world, this living world. There's death in you. Eternity. That's why I brought you to the cemetery, baby. His words might have been romantic, even charming, except for that one word, death. Come here, Jillian. I want to show you something beautiful. I don't know. I'm kind of nervous about being in a cemetery. Remember what I told you, baby? Nothing here but dead people. They're only living people like you and me who happen to die. He took her hand and his fingers interlaced with hers. No boy had ever before held her hand, and before he had kissed her cheek tonight, no boy had ever kissed her. She stepped out and let him lead her across the cemetery. A mist was rolling in from the forest like a sea of regret for all the past lives of the people lying just beneath their feet. He took her to the far end and stopped at a simple grave. "This grave's very important to me." "Oh, is it someone you knew? Someone you loved?" "In a way, I guess." She looked down at the tombstone. It was hard to read in the night, but the moon helped to illuminate some of it. She could see the family name, Moira, Christopher's last name. She could barely make out the dates, 1943 to 1958. "I'm so sorry. Is it your family? Your grandfather? Wait, he was only 15 years old when he died. How is that?" A cloud moved out of the moon's way, and it shone a pale yellow moonbeam down on the gravestone so that she could see it fully. It read, Christopher Moira. "You're named after your relative. That's sweet." "That's not my relative buried down there." Something changed. It was like he was just barely transparent. She could dimly make out the forest right behind him, through him. "Christopher? Are you all right? I can see." He changed more. His plump, tan cheeks deflated, sank in, turned gray. His eyes sank deep inside of their sockets and glazed over white. His leather jacket was suddenly cracked and rotting. An acrid, sour smell filled the cemetery. "There's eternity in your eyes. Let's be forever together, baby." His hand was cold and bony, and she released it, stumbled backwards. "No! What are you? What's happening?" He pointed downward at the grave, and his finger was just a bone. "I'm down there, baby. It's so cold. I've been so lonely. There's death in your eyes. Don't worry. Death's the same as life. Just a little strange, a little cold. Come with me. Be my Valentine forever." She screamed and her stomach turned cold. Dread poured over her, like the death shrouds covering all the bodies beneath her, like the shroud covering Christopher's body just below. "No!" She sprinted towards the forest. Her heart raced, and she was panting from adrenaline and terror. She was almost to the tree line when her right foot hit the edge of an overgrown grave. She tripped and slammed into the ground stomach first. For a second, it knocked the wind out of her, but she regained her breath. The rotten, cheesy smell of death overwhelmed her. She turned onto her back and tried to stand up, but her ankle hurt. She watched Christopher stagger towards her, as if he could barely walk. His face was now just a skull, with patches of blue-gray skin clinging to it. He reached out his skeletal hand towards her. "You and me. Let's be forever together, baby."